Everybody, I'm Niran Babalola, and I'm the founder of Panvala. The problem that we're trying to solve with Panvala is that communities thrive on subsidies, but subsidies are hard to get. So universities have these thriving communities on their campuses, but they're subsidized from the university endowments and from mandatory student activity fees. Even if you don't join one of the clubs, you're paying that fee that's subsidizing all the clubs. Companies subsidize nonprofits and local communities with donation matching programs. If you're a prospective employee that's really tied into your local community, you can get your donations to those local nonprofits matched by your company. And in our community, we've really seen the Ethereum Foundation subsidies kick off a thriving community for us. Before the Ethereum Foundation started matching donations on Gitcoin grants, there wasn't this thriving culture of people giving individual donations to the projects they support. But once those subsidies were there, it kicked off something new, it kicked off something special. Communities thrive on subsidies, but subsidies are hard to get. So the way we solve that is by subsidizing communities the same way that Bitcoin subsidizes its security. Transaction fees do not fund the Bitcoin network. There's no foundation or wealthy benefactor subsidizing the Bitcoin network. Instead, what Bitcoin holders do is subsidize it themselves. If you hold on to Bitcoins, you're opting into a system where you know your Bitcoins are going to be diluted. And those new Bitcoins up to that maximum of 21 million are going to go to subsidize the security of the network. With Panvala, we generalized that. That's not tied to blockchains. It's not special for Bitcoin. You can use it to subsidize anything you want, and that's exactly what we're doing. So Panvala's holders dilute the asset that they hold to subsidize communities in the Panvala League. As those new PAN are issued up to that maximum of 100 million, those are going to the communities to subsidize what they're doing. So right now we're matching at an average of about 5x. Over time, in a decade or two, that's going to go down as we approach the maximum supply of 100 million PAN. But we don't want to run out of subsidies. Panvala is all about subsidies. So really what we're trying to do is build up a flow of corporate sponsors over time to replace that subsidy as the inflation subsidy declines. Our communities are trying to get subsidies together. First, they do inflation subsidies, and then they do corporate subsidies. So Panvala has been live on Mainnet for a year. In the last quarter, we matched donations at 4x for the communities in the Panvala League. There's 5 communities. Total, they distributed a total of $55,000 at the prices last quarter. At current prices, those same tokens are worth $150,000. This quarter, we're expanding the Panvala League by 5 communities, including the KERNEL community, which is one of the new communities in the league. What we need from you is to stake PAN. So Panvala funds itself from its inflation just like Bitcoin does. So it's not something that it's not a company looking for investment. What we're looking for is community builders. So we want you to stake PAN for the community you support the most starting next week. We also want you to apply for your community to join the Panvala League. If you're part of a community that can benefit from subsidies, we want your community to be in the Panvala League. And we also want you to join other PAN holders in the Panvala caucus to help us make quarterly recommendations for what we should do with Panvala each quarter. So that's Panvala. We're building a sustainable treasury for the world to share.